Hey, you, and welcome to another pause practice session. Today, I am feeling the vibe of purpose, making breath intentional and purposeful. So we're going to be working on breath work today with our mantra, our intention of I am purposeful. I am purpose. I am purposeful. Take a moment and just ask yourself right now, as we kind of think about this, how am I feeling purposeful today? How purposeful are you feeling lately? Maybe that's on a personal level, you feel very purposeful, but on a professional level, you feel purposeless. Maybe you don't know where you belong or how you're contributing or why am I in this role? Or is this really fulfilling for me? And here's the key. When we can turn on, it's like we actually have an activation. We can start to orient towards purpose. It doesn't matter what you do, people, professionally or personally, everything can feel more purposeful, which is so exciting and why I love this topic. So will you join me today in this mantra, I am purpose? And we're going to do some breathing patterns that will really bring this to bear and activate ourselves to feel more purposeful no matter what we do. So let's get started. First of all, let's just take a deep breath. Maybe uncross your legs, uncross your arms, and just take a deep breath with me here, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth, like an audible exhale. Can you hear that? That's what I want you to be doing. That's my breath. And ask yourself on this next inhale, how purposeful am I feeling on a scale of 1 to 10 right now, even sitting here, right here with me? This is the moment. This is presence. Am I slumping in my chair? Am I really paying attention? Am I half listening? Am I half multitasking? Probably, depending on what you're doing, have a very wide range of purpose. Is 1 being low, like I'm very purposeless, I have no idea. 10 is like I am super on point and there's no more purpose I could possibly have. I'm very ideally feeling purposeful. So just give yourself a number for yourself today, right here. Whatever that number is, just note it. All right. And sometimes I think when it comes to leadership, we feel very purposeful, right? When maybe there's a corporate vision that we're all aligned with or a mission or something like that. But how about yourself? Okay, this is the difference with emotional intelligence. It's around how am I purposefully feeling? So we're going to work that in breath work today, an integrative session. Because when we allow ourselves to tap into our purpose, we access what's called the why in our life. Like, why am I here? What am I doing here? What is important to me? What do I value? We also get to turn on our aliveness, right? Our vitality increases. So we start to tap into maybe how we feel, which is our aliveness. Even if it's fear, we might notice my heart is beating faster, or I feel clammy hands. These are all indicators of aliveness, by the way, which is so exciting, right? All it means is, wow, I'm really alive here. I must be super connected to myself. Cool. So when we're intentional and we allow ourselves to feel purposeful, that why am I doing this right now? Why am I here with Rachael? What drove me to listen to this? Maybe there's an answer there, the response that's coming through for you. What would that be? I want to learn. Cool. That's your purpose right now. You're here to learn. Maybe you want to relax. Cool. Love it. That's why you're here. Maybe it's to get a break and take a time out in my drive. Perfect. Like that is the purpose, right? So purpose is moment by moment, and it is living purposefully. And this is what my training has been from the Wright Graduate University and just studying all these thought leaders. I mentioned I have a new course that's coming out, 8 Weeks to Purposeful Living, which is really based on all the scholar practitioners I've studied who have brought us to learn more about purpose from the very beginnings of people like Aristotle and Plato, all the way up through people who are still alive today, like Dr. Martin Seligman and Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, who, they've brought us into ways of being that feel very purposeful, but they're all different little lens. All right, so let's explain the breath pattern here. What we're going to do is we're just going to start out with normal breathing, and then we're going to go into the halo active breath, which is the inhale through your nose and an audible exhale So just practice that a couple times. That's what we did in the beginning. And then we're going to move into the bliss breath. The bliss breath is simply inhaling and exhaling with a forcible exhale through your nose. And we're going to do a fast one. So it sounds like this. And if you're watching on the YouTube channel, you can see it. But here's what the bliss breath is. And if you're for whatever reason can't breathe through your nose, just do it through your mouth. That's kind of turning it into the breath of fire, the blow breath, but whatever works for you. Just want quick, abrupt breaths. And this is a really good activation breath. So we're going to fire up purpose here with the bliss breath. And then at the end, we'll do a top hold at the very top, and we'll ask you to inhale. And you hold the breath at the very tippy top of your lungs as you create this capacity and you feel all that breath. You exhale it out. There might be a bottom hold where all your air is exited through your lungs, but you're holding the breath at the bottom. All right, don't worry, I'll guide you through all of this with some music. All right, and then I might even ask you to have a little prompt at the end to process how this is working for you. So let's get started. All right, I'm going to put some music on. We're just going to get started here. Go ahead and close your eyes and just take a couple normal breaths here. Great. Closing your eyes, just normal breaths, allowing your feet to be felt on the ground, the floor beneath you. Just allow yourself to be connected to the floor. Imagine you have a thread going from your feet down through the earth, down through all of the crust of the earth, the rocks, the dirt, the water table, everything goes down below through layers, and now literally miles all the way down to the mantle, down to the core, which is iron in the earth. You're connected to the earth here as you inhale and exhale deeply, feeling connected, knowing I am purpose. I am purpose. Feeling just the tension be released from your body as you give yourself permission to relax in this breath. Every breath is intentional and is purpose in itself, feeding you with life nourishing oxygen, and the carbon dioxide which is expelled is so serving you as well. Beautiful. Feeling connected, feeling the body's gravity where you are just feeling connected to the earth, drifting but connected. We'll begin the halo active breath here. And the next inhale at your own pace, inhaling through your nose. I am, and exhaling, purposeful. And just allowing this as you inhale again to sink in a little deeper. I am, exhaling, purposeful. Knowing every single breath is you intentionally orienting towards your why, to be alive, to feel fulfilled, to feel connected, to serve whatever that is right now with you. Maybe letting out a sigh here, maybe rotating your head, just allowing your body to move. Energy moves through the body, through breath, through movement, and through sound. So giving yourself that permission to allow the body to really control and direct where you take this today. Beautiful. I'm continuing with that halo active breath. feeling activated with your breath here. I am purpose. This is my purpose, is to be here now, to deepen my own awareness and intention with where I choose to direct my thoughts and my feelings and my behavior and my actions. I am here purposefully now. Beautiful. Now just notice this deepening of your awareness. We're going to move into this breath of bliss breath here, that shorter breath, in a moment. Gorgeous. So we're going to start that breath here now at your own pace, feeling you can follow along with me. Following your bliss breath here, just inhale, exhale quickly through the nose. If you can, snapping your belly in on the exhale. The emphasis is your exhale. Activating purpose with that exhale, igniting your purpose as you breathe in and breathe out. Knowing you are sovereign. This is your journey. You can choose your pace, your intention, giving yourself fully that permission to know this is in service to you and your body knows best. I am simply here to serve as a guide, but you are the primary guide. Another 30 seconds here. I know this one is challenging, but this is you activating on another level, which is your primal purpose. Maybe you feel like you need to cough or move. That's okay. It's all good. I am purpose. This is my purpose. I am connected. I am alive. This is my why. I am here. You feel purposeful today. This will serve me going forward and in the moment right here. 5 more breaths. And exhale. Simply exhaling. Closing your eyes, keeping your eyes closed, just giving yourself over to notice what's here now. Yeah. How am I doing? What am I noticing? What is coming up for me in this purposeful experience today? Honoring wherever that is and whatever that is for you. Maybe there's resistance. Maybe there's fear. That's okay. It's all good. It gets to be here with you now. Feeling connected, knowing this is my purposeful path. Knowing I am awake to what matters to me. Returning to halo active breath here, inhaling through your nose. Exhaling through your mouth. Feeling that air leaving your body, leaving with you anything you'd like to keep exiting out of your body. Maybe there's thoughts, feelings, unconscious behaviors, patterns, habits, that all gets to exhale with every breath you take. We are awakened to what matters to us now. Maybe feeling more aligned, just noticing how my body feels. Aligned and true. If there's any emotions here, allowing those to be present for yourself. Just noticing if there is some sadness, some joy. Maybe there's anger, frustration, maybe there's fear, anxiety, maybe there's hurt. It's all okay. It's your validation of purpose. Feeling all of your feelings informs you of your next decisions to make, to move towards joy and to move towards pleasure. That is purpose. Honoring where you're at, just knowing all of your parts can be invited to be here with you right now. We'll do one more round of the bliss breath here. On the next inhale, just going back to that breath. That's it. Do a minute here. Sitting up. Feeling your feet on the floor, feeling purposeful with every exhale. Sending out anything that no longer serves you. You could even take a hand and place it where your belly goes in and out. Just putting a little bit of pressure on your abdomen. Knowing that I am here to serve as a leader in my life, to feel embodied and to feel present and activated so I can enable myself and others in my life as needed. And releasing that breath now, returning to the Halo Active one more time. Inhaling through your nose, inhaling through your mouth. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just giving yourself permission now. Take an exhale. We'll take the next exhale and then the next inhale. A top hold at the very top of your lungs. So you're inhaling, sitting up straight, holding in the breath as you need to, just holding that in as a beautiful inhale, top hold. Maybe you notice your capacity, your presence, the space you take up, behind, in front, and on your sides, all around you, 360. Everything is influenced and impacted by your presence and the air around you. Exhale when your body feels ready to exhale. Exhaling beautifully here. Oh my goodness, yes. And just returning to a normal breath, no pattern needed whatsoever right now. Just basking in this glow. Feeling your feet on the floor, drifting back down. Noticing who is here now. Feeling your feet on the ground, connected to that earth and the core of the earth again. Letting go of any expectations, just knowing whatever you have experienced today is exactly what you need now. It's entirely serving purposefully for you. Maybe placing a hand on your heart space, breathing through your hand. Imagining your heart breathing here. And exhaling that heart again. That is softened. That feels connected. That is dictating your aliveness. And allowing yourself to be grateful. Giving thanks here to your body and allowing whatever showed up for you today, giving yourself gratitude and saying thank you. Thank you for being here. Maybe there's a certain part of your body or there was a certain message that you received. Thank you, legs, for connecting me to the ground today. Thank you so much. Thank you, heart. Thank you, heart, for allowing myself to access these emotions and to feel this beat of my heart, knowing my aliveness is always here, which is purpose in itself. And I am so grateful that I have reconnected today. Thanking yourself, taking that hand away, just noticing what and who is here now, giving yourself that permission to just notice and acknowledge what is here and who is here. And letting out a big sigh, maybe stretching, opening your eyes if they were closed to the room. Woo! Okay. I'd like you to now just reflect on purpose. Now, going back to the question, how purposeful are you feeling? Remember, you gave yourself a score. Just give yourself another score right now. How am I feeling? How am I doing on a scale of 1, 1 being low, 10 being ideal and purpose? How am I feeling purposeful right now? Maybe you went from a 4 to a 6, or a 10, or a 7 to a 9, or a 1 to a 3, or a 5 to a 3. Like, it could go any way. It's just data. And there's no progress other than knowing how you are doing personally. And I think with that activation, purpose is activated. So it is what it is. And I'm grateful for you to have experienced this today. I want to leave you with a quote. As a leader, know that purpose is sharing your soul gifts with the world. Isn't that incredible? I don't know who, that's an unknown quote, but purpose is sharing your soul gifts with the world. And as a leader, it is your responsibility to share your gifts that come hand in hand with you as an authentic, unique human on this earth at this time. Know that you are so, so valuable and you matter so much. And that in itself is purpose. And if you'd like a journal prompt as we close, I am going to leave you with 2. So if you have a piece of paper handy, you can do this, but maybe later on in the day or tonight, you can practice this, or tomorrow, first thing, but you want to write these down, feel free. The first one is, I am purposeful when. I am purposeful when what? Maybe you go for that right now. I am purposeful when. This is a powerful reminder of how we can always be living with purpose. And sometimes we just need a little reminder. The why in our life. And then the second prompt, I activate my aliveness when. Aliveness is the key to purpose. When we feel our aliveness, when we are tapped into presence and our emotions, that is purpose, people. We get to feel called for whatever's driving this in that moment, which is the why in your life. And it might just be to tend to yourself. It might be to tend to your dog or cat or your pet or your little one. Maybe there's a little person in your life, or a partner, or a plant, or the trees outside, right? It could be literally anything. The key is, though, know that you yourself are purpose when you are on point to be fully present, because you're aware of your own why. And you can simply ask yourself, what is my why? And those soul gifts you have, maybe you don't know what your soul gifts are. That's okay. Maybe that's a journal prompt too. My soul gifts are ... You probably know, especially after breathwork, what those might be. It might be your smile. Maybe you've got a beautiful smile and people tell you that all the time. Who knows? Give yourself permission to discover that. Thank you so much for joining us today in this powerful practice. I look forward to seeing you next time. And if you want more connection, we know that every Friday I go live in my Pause to Thrive Feminine Tools for Leadership Facebook group. And every Tuesday, a new podcast drops. The second Tuesday of every month is the practice episode. And if you are someone who benefited from this practice today, please share this episode and subscribe. Like, literally, I am on a mission to reach as many people as possible to help them feel purposeful, to help them rise to their next level of leadership using emotional intelligence that is always there. They just need to allow themselves to create the connections and awareness for it. And the tools are effective and they work. So thank you so much. And thank you for sharing this powerful practice. If there is someone in your life who could use some support right now around either feeling purposeful or allowing themselves to feel more embodied and confident in themselves. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Take care.